Damn it. There we go. Yeah.
Look, we're here. And we're doing the music first because you know what? My mind was dead set on it. And yes! Wow. Wow.
Way to F it up.
Way to F it up. Wow.
Let's just get into it.
We're just getting into it. How about that epic fail?
Welcome back.
Welcome back to the Binge Boys. It's Logan and Zach. Look at us. We got a backdrop. Look at that backdrop.
Hey, just look at us.
Look at us.
Look at us.
Who would have thought?
Not me.
Not me. We got a great, fun-filled episode. We're going to be reviewing a lot of music today, as well as just some miscellaneous shit that we've been watching and over the past week or so. So let's bounce. Let's get right into it. Happy 420, Zach. Oh boy. And Zach is frozen.
It's frozen.
Can you hear me still? Oh, there you go. There you are. Happy 420, Zach. Are you going to be celebrating? Zach? I can see you, Zach. Son of a bitch. Sorry about this, folks. Technical difficulties.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Hello? Hello?
Hey.
Hey.
Can you hear me? God damn it. Well, here we are. Technical difficulties, but that's what we're just going to have to deal with in COVID. That's the COVID lifestyle we're dealing with. Here, Zach, he's back. How about this rough start to an episode? Can you hear me?
Yeah, it kicked me out.
Kicked you out?
Yeah.
Oh, that sucks. I didn't do that. But let's just get right into it, Zach.
Let's go.
Comic-Con got canceled. Are we surprised?
Nope.
Nope. Sad. I think it said for the first time in like 40 years or something.
The whole world is canceled right now, so.
Yeah. So we're not too surprised. Yeah.
Kind of on that same lines, our governor's an idiot and is opening everything up this Friday.
Yep. I think it's a terrible mistake.
Yeah.
But
I mean, as much shit as we talked about, like this whole situation when it first happened, like it is much more serious than what everybody thought.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he is making a mistake by opening it up way too early.
I agree. Some people need it. Some people need the business. I know our buddy Pearson, he couldn't be here tonight because he's dealing with restaurant stuff. People like him need it, but I don't know. We'll see how this goes. We'll see how everything goes Friday when everything opens back up.
Well, I think it's going to be funny because I think it's going to like kind of backfire on him because I don't think very many people are going to end up going out.
Yeah, I think many people are on our same wavelength and thinking at this point, like, I think everyone's afraid to go out, even if things are open. So, So we'll see how that goes. Comic-Con's canceled. Oh, well, better luck next year, I suppose. And speaking of Comic-Con, the Batman got pushed back.
Yep.
You hate to see that. So the Batman was supposed to come out June 25th, 2021, and now it will open October 1st, 2021. Basically, just the same as Marvel's movies. Everything's getting pushed back a few months, except for The Flash, which is now being released June 3rd, 2022. as opposed to July 1st, which is kind of an interesting move on their part. Shazam 2 was supposed to come out April 1st, 2022, and is now coming out November 4th, 2022.
Wow.
And as we all know, August has Wonder Woman 1984 of this year. Yeah, how about all that?
Just a lot of moves.
Just more shit being delayed.
Yep.
That is how it be sometimes, I guess. Let's talk about some music, Zach. We got a few singles. We got a couple albums. Let's talk Benji real quick. Benji dropped another song. This one being called
I liked it.
Keeps Going On. I like it too. These last few that Ben has put out, just straight heat.
I like this one a lot.
Oh yeah.
It's different than like all of his songs. This one's more like vibey and chill, and I don't know. I dug it.
I agree. Very vibey, very like I just want to like roll the windows down and blast it.
Yeah.
It's like a feel good song.
Right.
So yeah, shouts to Benji and Zach Kindle. All these people that he's working with. How does he find them? Who knows?
Instagram.
Shouts to Benji though. Benji is going to be on the pod here in a couple weeks. I tried to get him as a last minute replacement for Pearson. He said it wasn't going to work tonight, but he said that he's going to come on here in the next couple of weeks. And I think I have the perfect episode for Brian to be a part of. I think we'll have Brian on for when the whole conclusion of The Last Dance, the Michael Jordan documentary.
Yeah.
Guy. I think Brian would be great to have on the end of that so we can talk Michael Jordan. We'll talk about it a little bit today, but when the it'll be kind of like Dave. Like we talked about the episode for a couple minutes, but we'll really review the season as a whole at the end.
Yeah.
Same with The Last Dance whenever that's over. So yeah, shouts to Benji for that new song. How about Playboy Carti? Are you a Playboy Carti guy? Did you listen to this single?
I listened to it, and you know what I thought about it? It was meh.
Yeah.
Just like the name of the song.
I should have guessed that's where you were going with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was meh. I'm not a big Carti guy. So,
no.
I mean, it did what it did for me. I don't think I'm ever going to listen to it again.
No, not at all.
It's not being played again. So go look that song up. Yeah, it's called The @ and Meh.
MEH.
Yep, meh. That's it. How about our boy? It's 420. Wiz Khalifa dropped a surprise. Well, not a surprise. He announced it a couple days ago. But yeah, random drop. Music doesn't usually come out on any day other than Friday. So it was nice to get a Monday morning Wiz Khalifa mini little tape here. And Zach, we both enjoyed it quite a bit.
I loved it.
I did too. I think every song has its own time and place.
Yeah.
That song that Still Wiz,
dude,
samples the old.
When that track came on, I love Dr. Dre. I love Still Dre. That song is gonna be a timeless classic forever. Like that beat goes so hard.
Yes.
And when that track came on, and I was like, that's the old right there.
Yes, it is. I loved it. Pretty much all of Wiz's verses on this album, he snapped and he just went off, and it was awesome.
Yeah.
I'm a huge Wiz Khalifa stan, and I think you too, and I think Pearson is too. I think Wiz Khalifa was like the first rapper I ever listened to, so for the most part, I stan whatever Wiz does. I gave it a 5 out of 5. I loved every song. I've listened to it multiple times today. And it's short and sweet too. Only 7 songs. It's not like he overloaded us and gave us like 15, 16 songs.
Right.
Pretty solid track. I really like those the song with Tyga. I listened to it more today.
Yeah, that. I like that one a lot too.
Yeah, all of them are pretty good. Even the Logic, when Logic was like singing the chorus at first, but then he came in, rapped there at the end. I was like, let's go. It's pretty good.
That was a good matchup between them two.
Yes, I agree. I like. I didn't when I saw the track listing, I was like, Logic. Okay, we'll see what him and Wiz can do together. Not bad.
Yeah,
not bad. So yeah, I gave it a 5 out of 5. Zach gave it 4 out of 5. The review is up on the Instagram. Shouts to Megan for that new layout for the reviews. I think it looks sick the way the transparent album artwork flows behind our stars. We're doing stars now instead of numbers. Stars is just more relatable, more recognizable than numbers. So shouts to her on that new layout. It's pretty sick. Dababy, that was the most hyped up piece of music this last week. He dropped his new album, Blame It On Baby. What are your thoughts, Zach?
I really enjoyed it.
I think we all gave it a 4 out of 5?
Yeah, we did.
Okay. Yeah, we all gave it 4 out of 5. I enjoyed it a lot too.
Like, when I first turned it on, I was in my car, and like I have pretty good like speakers in my car, and every single song there was so much bass on every song, and I loved it.
That's the thing about Dababy's songs. All of his songs, the beats just go.
Yeah.
Like they all sound awesome. I really liked that Rockstar song with Roddy Ricch.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Jump with Young Boy Never Broke Again. The Quavo song was cool. The light skin shit with Future, like
yeah. I think that one was my favorite. Light skin.
Good. Yeah, and I liked that a lot of the songs were like only like 2 minutes, maybe 2.5. Like they weren't long, super duper forced songs. They're just in and out quickies. Which is pretty solid. It makes the album. The album was like 15 songs or maybe 12 songs, and it's only like I think it's only like 30 minutes, 30-minute album. That's beautiful.
Yep. Quavo's hopping on. Quavo's getting a lot of features again.
He is. He's coming back in. You got to think that Migos are dropping something soon.
Yeah.
I thought I saw Quavo. He either tweeted it or he put it on Instagram. He said like Quavo quarantine tape ? And then he said like, I'm gonna drop this and then we're gonna drop Culture 3 and then dip out of 2020 or something like that. So they might be dropping some kind of mixtape or something soon, and then Culture 3 probably like in the fall.
Yeah.
We'll see. This year's gonna fly by, man, with this quarantine stuff going on. Like 2021 is gonna be here before we know it.
I hope so. Good Lord.
Yeah, let's get out of this shit.
For real.
Let's do it safely and at the right time, Kemp.
Yeah.
So yeah, we enjoy Dababy, Wiz. We enjoyed all the music for the most part. Nothing was trash this week. So that's always a relief. I watched a couple things this weekend. I watched a lot of TV this weekend.
Really?
Yeah, I watched a shitload. Again, I have that benefit that I get to watch some stuff as I work, so I can just turn stuff on in the background and just let it play and listen in on it, especially documentaries. You know, you really don't have to watch documentaries. You can really just turn them on and leave them in the background and just listen to them. It pays to have some stuff that you could see in a documentary, but for the most part, you can just listen to them. I watched the Disney nature documentaries, or I don't even want to call them documentaries. They're just like these nature movies that they do. They have like an old one with penguins. Uh-oh, am I losing Zach?
Nope.
Good. That was great. Yeah, they have a penguin one. I think they have an old one about lions. This one they did an elephant one and they did a dolphin one. I gave the elephant one a 3 out of 5 stars. And I gave the dolphin one 2 out of 5. So the way that these work is that it like focuses in on a family and the narrator is like, look at Zach. Look at her run up and play with her mother. Look at him go and tuck her behind his dad and watch out for the predators. And it's basically that for like an hour and a half. I really just threw them on because I enjoy documentaries and learning and shit. And I kind of did learn stuff about elephants. The dolphin one kind of sucked. I'll be real. The dolphin one sucked. But the elephant one was solid. I learned a little bit about how elephants do certain things. I didn't know that elephants can communicate. Dude, elephants can communicate with their feet, like using sound waves and shit.
Really?
Like if you're like up to like 50 miles or something, like if you're like 20 miles away from me and I'm like, oh shit, there's a predator, I can like stomp my feet in a certain pattern to alert you 20 miles away that you are possibly also in danger.
That's what those huge ears are for.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's crazy. I didn't realize that.
Yeah, I never got into like Planet Earth or anything like that when that became big.
Yeah.
That's why I never got on Disney Plus and watched any of that Nat Geo stuff.
I don't blame you. I used to turn on Planet Earth to like fall asleep to because the narrator's voice was usually pretty soothing and they would just like, you know, it'd be like quick shots of like the rainforest and be raining and shit. So I'd fall asleep to that. But yeah, the dolphin one's a good one to fall asleep to because it sucked. I mean, if you like that kind of thing, it's definitely geared for kids. Like the way that the narrator is narrating, it's like definitely for kids. But yeah, I mean, if you like animal shit, watch it. If not, skip it. No biggie. I watched Chris D'Elia's No Pain stand-up special. Did you watch it?
Yeah. I started to watch some of it.
So I think I give it a 3 out of 5. Because the beginning half of it is less funny than the back 45 minutes of it. It gets like a lot funnier. Like
I mean, I like him. It's just a lot of his stuff just seems like the same over and over again to me.
Yes.
Like especially his stand-up specials, they're just very similar.
I agree. He seems to like he like picks a joke. He's one of those comics that like he'll start talking about something and then he'll stick on that subject for like 25 minutes.
Yeah.
And it's like, come on, buddy, move on to the next scenario or, you know, whatever. Yeah, it was solid. I really like him. I listen to his podcast. His podcast is pretty funny. But again, same thing with his podcast. He gets on like these tangents and he just goes off for like 30 minutes. And it's like, Chris, move on. But it was solid. If you like Chris D'Elia, I'd give it a watch. If you don't, and you don't know who Chris D'Elia even is, check him out. He's pretty funny. He's got some bits that are really funny, but like it wasn't standout. It wasn't like, go watch this. It's not like Jim Gaffigan or Dave Chappelle. To me, those are some of my favorite comedians, Jim Gaffigan and Dave Chappelle and Chris D'Elia. But their specials usually land pretty hardcore for me. So, yeah, Chris D'Elia, No Pain. Watch it on Netflix if you want to.
Yeah, it was like what, like an hour?
Yeah, like an hour and 5 minutes or something.
Yeah.
When I was working on like Friday, I think it came out Friday. I just left it on or maybe I think Wednesday. I just left it on like in the background and just listened to it.
Yeah.
And it was fine. It was watchable. Last thing I'll review by myself. Zach will obviously chime in here, but doing the movie poster quest, as we specified last week, how we were gonna just watch shit, when we can, just because we're all on crazy different schedules. I watched Austin Powers for the first time on Saturday night. Me and Jordan had a little movie night, got a little Wingstop, and watched Austin Powers, International Man of Mystery. And within the first 5 minutes, I was like, okay, so this is the kind of movie this is going to be.
Oh, yeah. It sets the tone quickly.
I was trying to gauge beforehand, like, is this going to be like Dumb and Dumber comedy where it's just stupid as fuck, but funny as hell at the same time? Or is this
pretty much?
Or is it going to be like Step Brothers, where it's like the humor is like clever, but it's still like laugh out loud funny? This is a stupid movie, but it's hilarious. Like,
yeah, no, I mean it's a parody, like making fun of like all the spy movies, and I think it's basically making fun of James Bond.
I think so too.
Because it's like your English like spy MI6, but he's just so stupid.
Yeah, they milk all of the scenes that or they milk all the themes that like a spy movie has, like Zach said, the English guy, the cliche, like over the top villain, the fact that the spy is always like getting laid or whatever.
Yep.
Groovy, baby. Is it just me, or is his chest hair supposed to look like a penis?
I never noticed that.
The way that his chest hair is that it's like hair here, and then there's just a shaft of hair going down his chest.
It probably is.
And the first thing I noticed, I was like, Jordan, is that supposed to be a dick on his chest?
Yeah.
And did you realize, dude, Carrie Fisher's in that movie? She's the teacher. I forget why is there a teacher? I don't know, but she has an uncredited cameo in that movie. She's not in the credits at all. But Carrie Fisher, it plays it's when Dr. Evil takes Seth Green to like the counseling.
Oh yeah.
The counselor in that scene is Carrie Fisher.
Yes, that's right. Yep. Yeah, I remember that now.
First of all, where's Seth Green in 2020?
Dude, I don't know.
He didn't get canceled, did he?
I hope not.
Seth Green's funny.
He is.
Just, I've seen the memes and I've seen the references over the years of like Dr. Evil and Austin Powers and stuff, but like I never like actually sat down and watched the movie, and I'm really glad I did. I really want to throw on number 2 and 3 and watch those.
You need to watch the other two.
Yeah, Jordan told me that he thinks number 2 is the funniest of the.
It is. Yeah.
So, hell, maybe I'll throw it on tonight while I'm in bed or something. And the best thing is they're only like an hour and a half long. They don't like milk it either.
No.
This was back in the glory days of when comedies were only like an hour and 20 minutes.
Yep.
So, yeah, I thought it was a really solid watch. I think I gave it a 3 out of 5. I think we all think it's a 3 out of 5.
Yeah.
Very solid comedy. I'm glad I watched it. It made me like really appreciate the fact that we have this poster, because I don't know when I would have watched it. I'm sure at some point in my life I would have watched it, but hey, now we're watching them now. So yeah, maybe I'll watch number 2 and 3 before next week, and I'll give my trilogy thoughts on the Austin Powers trilogy. I also love how like Will Ferrell plays the whatever his name is at the very beginning.
Oh yeah.
Like one of the
He's like another villain or something. Yeah.
That was funny. It was a funny movie. I liked it.
The Lucky Charms guy.
You'll be after my Lucky Charm.
Yeah.
That was a funny ass movie. I love the scene. I was cackling, dude, when it was at the very end when they're like trying to get out or evacuate from the facility or whatever. First of all, he gives them like 30 seconds like to get out of there. And it takes like 20 minutes for them to get out of there. But
right, yeah, it's a huge facility
with like 10 seconds to spare.
Yeah.
Also, where he's driving that cart down the hallway.
And he does like an 8-point turn.
And he's like stuck. It's like, how the hell did he even get there?
I don't know.
Oh man, it was funny. I loved it. Dave, episode 8.
Hi, I'm Dave.
I looked it up. I think we have a finale next week. I think it's 10.
I thought it was this 9?
Oh, it might be.
No, I said, was this episode 9? I thought it was episode 8.
Oh, did I? The one that we just watched?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I might have said 9. Yeah, episode 8. What'd you think? I liked this one more.
Yeah, better than the last 2.
Yeah, I agree.
It was funny how he opened it up.
Yeah.
Like meeting with the record companies and just him going off on his tangents.
Yeah.
That was funny.
Cool little cameo with Bieber. That was kind of funny. Didn't expect that at all.
And Benny Blanco.
Yeah.
That was, well, I mean, I guess we kind of knew because we saw him in the preview, but yeah, Bieber, he just like kind of popped in and out.
Yeah, which, I mean, it was cool. They probably worked together, when Dickie was on Bieber's album. It's a possibility that they just like filmed that scene like right around then.
Probably.
I thought it was cool. The last couple, were about, they were about Gata and they were about his other friend.
Yeah, Ills.
Yeah. And they were a little slower episodes. This one picked it back up a lot, I think.
Yeah.
Hopefully we end on a high note with the season.
See, I think at this point he's just using like his star power to get all of his famous friends to try to get his show like more notoriety.
Yeah.
Because if you think about it, there were a lot of like big names in this one.
Oh yeah.
Kourtney Kardashian, Bieber, Benny Blanco, Marshmello.
I liked the Marshmello stuff. That was funny.
Yeah, that was funny.
Yeah, I agree. What's funny is Atlanta didn't really rely on, Donald Glover is famous and all, but like when Atlanta came out, like he didn't really rely on star power to get his show pumped up, which, I mean, I know he had the Migos and I think Young Thug was in an episode, but at the same time, Dickie is like hammering in on like Trippie Redd. He had that episode with Future, Young Thug, Gunna. Like they were all sitting there. Or maybe it was just Young Thug and Gunna. But still, like, it's almost like every episode has had like a celebrity cameo, which is fine. Just we don't need to see in every episode celebrity cameo.
Right.
Give us another episode like the sex doll one, man. That's still the best one in my opinion.
Oh my god. Or give us more of like you like going ham, like actually rapping and like at the end of the first episode.
Yeah, where he just went off. That was awesome. But we'll see. Did you guys see that article that I sent to the group chat the other day about why he's taking so long to release another album? In it, he basically said something along the lines of, he was like, oh yeah, here, I'll just read you his quote because he had a pretty good quote in that article. He said, I don't know if I'm going to find it now. There it is. So he said in an interview with The Wrap, Lil Dicky reviews the real reason he hasn't dropped an album in 5 years. Quote, I'm a no stone unturned kind of artist. I haven't put an album out for 4.5 years. At this point, my fans are like, what the hell is wrong with you, man? In the show, you'll see what kind of person I am. Maybe my fans will understand to an extent, oh, this is why it takes him so long to do X, Y, and Z. But I really wanted people to see me for me. If it helps my fans see, oh, he's a perfectionist, I see through his character in the show, I understand why it could take a guy like him 4.5 years to finish an album. He says he does not have an exact time frame for when the album drops, but he wants to have it out by the end of 2020.
Okay.
I thought we were going to maybe get it at the end of the show to like to top it off with like a Dicky album at the end of the show.
I mean, I think that's what most people would think, but I guess not.
Oh well. Oh well. How about we talk a little bit, we'll review it again, like we said earlier, at the end of the whole series. But what'd you think of those first couple episodes of The Last Dance, the documentary about Michael Jordan?
I mean, I was watching it like on and off because I was helping Lindsay with some other stuff, but it was just on in the background. And from like what I did see and hear, it was a really cool like first couple episodes. Like
I agree.
Stuff that I already knew, and then some stuff that I didn't really know. About how like the Bulls owner was trying to fire Phil Jackson before like the season even started.
Yeah.
Like basically told him no matter what happens, you're not coming back.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And they won a championship that year. So.
And the I didn't know the stuff about Scottie Pippen being extremely underpaid, even though
that was his own fault.
Yeah, he was like the bat. I think they used the analogy. Scottie was like the Robin to MJ's Batman. Like
for like sure.
And like Scottie was severely underpaid. But hey, I mean, he seemed real salty about him when they were interviewing him, like present day about it. Like to this day, he's like still salty about it. But I might have been salty about it too.
Yeah, I mean, you sign a 7-year deal worth $18 million. That's horrible.
Yeah, something's fishy about that.
I mean, if I was him, I would have fired my agent immediately.
Oh yeah.
I mean, that is awful.
You should not have accepted that.
No. But I did hear today though that they said that these 2 episodes were the worst episodes like of the whole bunch. So it's only going to get better.
Sweet. Yeah, I think they plan on doing 2 episodes a Sunday, like, for the next like 5 weeks, I think, 4 weeks.
Yeah.
We're going to just release two every Sunday night, which is cool with me. I mean, me and Jordan posted up and watched it. Yeah, we had it on in the background too. I was working on shit on my laptop and he was doing also shit on his laptop, but it was just on, and I thought it was pretty cool. I'm not a huge, people know I'm not a huge, like I don't know sports like you guys do, but like it was pretty cool to see. I mean, I've known forever that Michael Jordan was like one of the greatest of all time, if not the greatest of all time. But like I didn't know to the extent, and it really showed me a lot. Like, wow, this guy was really like this guy was it. Like, also, I saw a lot of people on Twitter talking about how there's definitely going to be an episode that's got footage of them interviewing Kobe.
Oh yeah, there has to be.
And people are going to get real sad about that again. Can you believe that was already a month ago? Almost 2 months ago?
Wow, yeah.
Time flies.
Mm.
But yeah, there you go. First couple episodes. I liked that episode 1 was really about MJ, and episode 2 kind of focused on like Scotty and the other teammates and the coaching and everything. So I wonder what the theme of the other episodes are going to be.
I don't know.
So we'll see. Who knows? I mean, somebody knows, but it's not us.
No, it's not us.
We can cap this thing off. Quick episode this week. That's cool with us. What are we watching? This was mainly for me to be able to talk about what I'm watching, because I know you guys are a lot. I mean, we're all pretty busy, but
Yeah.
you guys, yeah, forget that comment. We're all busy. But this weekend, like I said earlier, I watched a shitload of TV because I had nothing going on this weekend for once. So I literally laid in bed all day Saturday, all day Sunday, and I just binged, bro. Like, I watched so I got that, we talked about a couple weeks ago, the HBO stuff, like some of HBO being free for a limited time or whatever. So I binged through Barry season 2. You should check that out when you get the chance. It's pretty good. It's about this hitman that's Bill Hader, and he moves to Los Angeles to fulfill a contract to kill somebody. And to get close to this person, he has to join this acting class. And he ends up like liking the acting class and like wanting to be an actor, while in the back of his head, he's like, gotta kill this guy. And then the second season just takes it a step further, and it's really good. I mean, Bill Hader is awesome. He's one of my low-key like favorite comics or actors or whatever. So that's really awesome. I started this show called Big Little Lies, which is pretty much it's a chick show. It's a chick show, but the cast, dude, it's like Reese Witherspoon, Laura Dern, Nicole Kidman, Adam Scott, Zoe Kravitz. It's got a powerhouse of female actresses.
Wow.
Yeah, it's awesome. Shailene Woodley, the chick from Divergent.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's got a powerhouse of a cast, and it's like about all of these moms that live in like Beverly Hills essentially, and they're all like stuck up brats or whatever. And then there's like a murder in the town or something. And the whole season so far is like building up to like, oh, one of them could have committed the murder, and then one of them couldn't have. It's pretty cool. It's definitely probably geared more towards women, but I mean, the cast is awesome and it's really well done. So also on HBO. So I'm just trying to take advantage of this HBO shit, just trying to binge through some shit.
Yeah.
And then finally, I think, I've been powering through Rebels as well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm like in the middle of season 2, I think. Like, again, something that I can I'm working on one screen, and then on the other one, Rebels is just playing and just looping episode after episode. So I'm like, it's thankfully because it's a cartoon, like you really don't have to like devote all of your time and energy to watching it. You can just listen to it and get the gist, but it's pretty awesome. You're right. Like at first I wasn't sold, but as the shows progressed, I'm like, it's pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah, it's I mean, it's really different than like Clone Wars. Well, not really different. It is though. It's cool to get a different perspective of like the Star Wars. Oh no.
Yeah. I was gonna say something. Hey. Can you hear me?
Hey.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, I agree with the perspective point that it's almost like Rogue One, where you get to see the perspective of like the little guys.
Right.
Obviously, with the name being Rebels, you get to see the Rebels perspective, and You know, not just everything being like Jedi and Sith oriented. Yeah, there's some Jedi and Sith elements, but it doesn't like overly focus on the fact that the main character also is Force sensitive. It's like in a lot of battle scenes, he almost prefers to use his gun over his lightsaber. Like,
right.
it's pretty cool. I like the balance that they have between the fact that his lightsaber is also his gun. Like, at least in this point of the show, like, it's a lightsaber, but then even if it's not ignited, he can like still hold it as if it's a pistol, which is pretty sweet. So yeah, I'm binging through it. I'm liking it. At first, I wasn't sold, but after like the midway through season 1, I was like, okay, this is good stuff. I like it.
I haven't really been watching a whole lot, but I got Lindsay's younger sister. She's liked the Marvel movies, but she hasn't seen all of them.
Yeah.
And I told her, I said, I gave her a list. I said, you need to watch every movie in this order. She went through all of them in like 6 days.
What?
And so whenever I would go like hang out with Lindsay, her sister would be sitting there like watching another movie, and she'd be asking me all these questions, and she's like, "These movies are so cool," and I was like, "I know, like, I've been telling you this."
Good job, Zach.
But yeah, threw them in like 6 days.
6 days. That's impressive. That's commitment. She must have been hooked. She must be hooked on them.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Oh, she was. Yeah.
Good for her.
Like I said, she's seen some of them already, but like a lot of the individual movies she hadn't seen.
Yeah. A lot of people have seen like the big team up movies, but
yeah, I've been going through the movie poster, and I've been adding things to my watch list, and I'm gonna start watching soon.
Cool. Yeah, I'm taking it slow. I'm trying to get a healthy balance of series.
Hello.
Hey.
Bueller.
Hey.
Bueller.
Can you hear me? Zach?
Yeah.
Okay. Good. Yeah. Same point. We'll end this episode. That's it. That's all we had to talk about. Real quick point though, before we go, I just wanted to quickly mentioned it last week, but tonight's episode is sponsored by Prepped and Ready. Prepped and Ready is a meal delivery company that services all of Metro Atlanta. Check out their website at preppedreadymeals.com. Use the code BINGE10, BINGE 10 for 10% off your order. They're doing a really cool thing. They're a meal prep company. They're helping a lot of people out. I'm looking at the Facebook forums and shit, or Facebook posts, and a lot of people are enjoying them. I actually myself, I'm looking at their website right now. They have a really easy to use website. Shouts to them. I love companies that have really easy to navigate websites. A lot of companies have websites that are just in your face, and there's so much shit, and you don't even know where to go to do stuff. Theirs is really simple and concise, and that's awesome. So check them out. I'm looking at their website right now, and I might try and order using our promo code. And that promo code is BINGE10 for 10% off your order.
I was looking at it earlier. That stir fry looks so good.
Well said. Well, that's it for episode 105. If you're a Bachelor fan, check out our second episode of every week. We've got the Binging Batch, which is a show hosted by myself and my friend Kaylee. and we break down the new episodes of The Bachelor. When The Bachelor is not on, we might do Love is Blind. We might do Too Hot to Handle. We might just do all kinds of other dating shows. Looks like we lost Zach. That's okay. Hey, Zach, you're live.
Hey, welcome
I
back.
was telling them about Binging Batch, the other
Oh yeah,
podcast I do, but also the same podcast,
yeah.
but second episode a week. Those come out every Wednesday. Yeah. Check it out. If you like Bachelor stuff, check it out. And that's it. Follow us on Instagram at the Binge Boys Podcast. Sorry, at Binge Boys Podcast. Zach McConnell, PKiller56, Logan Lewis 96. Go to Spotify, Google, Apple, and rate and review. Leave a comment. Tell us what we're doing. Go to YouTube. You're watching this on YouTube. If you're watching it, if you're listening, you're already on the podcasts. And if you're listening, you already should have done the stuff I just said. Rate, review. If you're on YouTube, subscribe. Hit the little notification bell so you know when we post a new episode. New episodes for this podcast come out every single Tuesday. And of course, the Bachelor episode's Wednesday. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. You know what I'm going to do, Zach?
What's that?
I'm going to play us out. I didn't have it
Do
ready,
it.
but I'm going to play us out.
Dang it.
That's okay.
Benji, wrap this episode up for us, please.
Well said, Zach. Without further ado, we'll see you back for 106. Bye.